What's up? It's your host, Dan Burkhardt, and we are back with another episode of the Wicked Tasty Weekly Recap. It's Friday, April 22nd, 2022, and it is time for the show for Nashville foodies. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss what's going on in Music City.
Cheers. First sip.
That is rich. That is good.
That's good stuff.
Thanks for checking out another edition of the Wicked Tasty Weekly Recap. I am so excited for today's show. It is going to be the coffee edition, and I'm going to speak incredibly fast because I am hopped up on caffeine from drinking all the great coffee. No, I'm just kidding. I will slow it down and make myself audible for y'all to hear, but I am very excited because we have a special guest joining today's show. It will be Harlow, one of the hosts of the Caffeinated and Confident podcast. He knows everything there is to know about coffee and coffee here in Nashville. That interview will be coming up shortly, and he will give you his top 5 picks. But before we do Harlow's top 5, let's do mine. Top 5 coffee picks here in Nashville, and I am no coffee expert, so I usually drink either a cappuccino or a mocha wherever it is I go. So rather than tell you what to order when you get there, I'm just going to give you my 5 favorite spots to grab a brew and to sit down, do a little bit of work, and just hang out. Number 5, we got Americana Lounge over in Wedgwood, Houston. Number 4, over on the west side, we got Sump Coffee, located in one city. Number 3, a great spot for coffee and all-day brunch, Anzie Blue in Hillsboro Village. Number 2, with many locations around town, and my first ever meal in Nashville, Frothy Monkey. And number 1, Barista Parlor. They got like 10 locations across Nashville. They are continuing to open them up. It is my default office to go work out whenever I need to get out of the house and get something done. There it is, my top 5 coffee shops in Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, everybody? It is Dan here, and we have a special guest on today's Wicked Tasty Weekly Recap. We have Harlow from the Caffeinated and Confident podcast here to give you his top 5 coffee shops in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's just jump into it.
You want to jump in?
Let's go.
Do we want to do it by location, or we just want to go top 5? How do you want to run this?
Let's just give us the top 5 spots, your favorite spots to get coffee, and maybe what you could give us is your favorite menu item at those spots too.
All right, so that's going to be hard, but we're gonna get through it. All right, we're gonna start off with the new one in town. So downtown, Anchorhead Coffee just popped up downtown. Recently had it. Amazing coffee. They're the Tesla of coffee, if you will. Like they're just got it all dialed in. There, I would highly recommend Expresso. They have 3 to 4 different flavors, or I should say 3 to 4 different beans of espresso. It's a must-have. It's a must-have there. And then also they have nitro on tap, so also another good one there.
Nitro's fire.
Nitro's fire, right? You gotta have that nitro to get you going, especially with all the craziness of downtown.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I'll have to move into Taylor Street Coffee and Tea. Taylor Street Coffee and Tea is in Germantown. That one, they serve crema coffee, but they serve crema coffee almost to perfection. There they have one called the it's the oat milk latte. I would highly recommend the oat milk latte there, or any seasonal that they have. They really work on their seasonals and do a great job. And my actual go-to though is their house latte. Just get that.
House latte it is?
House latte, probably hot. I like it hot is the better version of that one. Let's see, number 3. We're sitting in one of them. Sump Coffee. This one's in one city on the west side. When I come here, I get the Expresso Tonic. This one is amazing. This is the raspberry Expresso Tonic. Any of their tonics are excellent.
So that's like the whole coffee soda thing that's popular down here in the South, sort of?
Sort of, right? So as you can see, they kind of float the espresso in the tonic, add a little raspberry syrup and a rosemary to really get that flavor going. It's an Ethiopian too, so the espresso itself is very floral, so it really makes that raspberry pop.
I'll add in here the chocolate milk latte.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I'm a big mocha guy. This is the richest mocha I've ever had.
Oh, nice. Awesome. We're on number 2 already. Oh man, so many great coffee shops in town. But number 2 on the east side, gotta go Elegy Coffee on the east side. Elegy does serve Anchorhead coffee, ironically, but the vibe over there is excellent. It is a walk up, so you just walk up, got a little outdoor patio, so it's very just clean and simplistic, but it's definitely one to go check out. Great staff too. The staff over there is all amazing.
Awesome.
And then my home court and the Caffeinated Confident home court, Honest Coffee Roasters. Have it all. They have great pour-overs, they have great espresso, and right now I go with the Ward 8 as their seasonal latte. That is, think about an old-fashioned cocktail that meets a latte.
Nice.
It's hard to beat.
And Honest, they're in L&L Market, and they got a spot down in Franklin as well, right?
They do. And I gotta throw a nugget out there.
All right.
So there's a little nugget. It's kind of off the beaten path, over by the fairgrounds, but it's called Matrisca Coffee. It is seriously like you walk in and turn around and you've seen the whole place. Small little shop, but very vivid. They have a confetti Cuban. Highly recommend that. Anything they have actually, but it's just the energy in that place alone will make your day.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you probably just pissed off a whole bunch of people with that top 5 there because
Totally
you didn't include, their favorite spot. But
we didn't even include like one of your home court, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even hit Barista Parlor.
But that's okay. There's so much good coffee in Nashville.
Right.
Just because you're not on Harlow's top 5 doesn't mean that you're not awesome.
This is true. Love coffee, like you said, and this town is blowing up with great coffee, so it's a challenge to keep up with, I'll be honest.
And the reason why we had you on the show today to talk coffee is because you are Nashville's resident coffee expert with your Caffeinated and Confident podcast. You want to just talk a little bit about that?
So JP and I run it's a health and wellness podcast, but we're backed by coffee. So the podcast sprung from us meeting at coffee shops. So we've kept that tradition going, and now we add in the coffee reviews. You can check those out on YouTube also. So it just played well together. So, but we have anybody from doctors to PTs to baristas to coffee shop owners, small business owners. Even my man here, Dan's been on the podcast with us. So it's a good time.
Awesome. Well, I will say that Harlow's top 5 list is definitely way cooler than my top 5 list. So I will be checking out all of these spots, especially if you like coffee. Definitely make sure to get out there because he knows what he's talking about. Everything from like the way that they prepare it and drip it. He's the real go-to expert for that. When I sat in on their podcast, they were brewing up things in front of me with all these contraptions I've never seen before, like my stupid drip coffee thing at home. It just like goes through like the $12 filter.
That's right.
It's
coffee though, right?
It's coffee.
At the end of the day, it's coffee. And honestly, we are in the world of experts. We're just dipping into the pool. So this town also has some great mad scientists of coffee. So there's a lot coming through Nashville right now, and I'm excited for the coffee scene here.
Awesome. Well, Harlow, thanks so much for taking some time to chat with us today and for sharing your favorite coffee spots around town. Make sure to get out there and check it out. And also, don't forget to check out the Caffeinated and Confident podcast.
All right, Dan, thank you so much.
Cheers. You guys got weekend plans? If not, here's 3 things to check out going on in Nashville this weekend. Number 1, over at Bringle's Smokin' Oasis, Billy Link is back flying up the best crawfish, literally the best crawfish in the entire freaking world. It is taking place this Saturday. Tickets are $35. All you can eat, starts at noon until sold out. We went last year at the event over at Peg Leg, and it was incredible. Insane crawfish, like literally, it's like eating freaking lobster. Number 2, another thing to check out this weekend, Jackalope is throwing a party to celebrate Earth Day over at the ranch, which also I believe coincides with their 11th birthday. One of our favorite breweries around town. They have a bunch of food trucks coming in, eco-sustainable vendors as well. Definitely make sure to go over and check them out over in Wedgwood, Houston. And the last thing to check out this weekend, over in East Nashville, Acme Radio Live is presenting their 5th annual Record Store Day at the Groove. They're going to have tons of vinyl there, local vendors, listening to music all day long. All ages welcome. Starts Saturday at 11 a.m. And that's it. That is the Wicked Tasty Weekly Recap for April 22nd. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow along so you don't miss any of our future updates. Have a great weekend. This is your host, Dan Burkhardt, signing off.